Welcome to Ask the Tech Coach, brought to you by the TeacherCast Educational Network. If you are in charge of professional development and looking to build an innovative digital learning experience, this is the podcast for you. Join us each week as we uncover strategies that tech coaches are using to drive their digital transformations one classroom at a time. And now for your host, with over 2 decades of experience working with tech coaches and ed tech companies from all around the world, Jeff Bradbury.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TeacherCast Educational Network. My name is Jeff Bradbury, and thank you so much for joining us today and making TeacherCast your home for professional development. Today is an amazing day. Thank you so much for downloading this podcast today. We have been celebrating Tech Coach Week all week, and it's going to culminate tomorrow. I can't believe it. Let me bring in my co-host today, Susan Vincent. Sue, how are you? Welcome to today's podcast.
I am awesome. It's been such an exciting week, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. It's going to be great.
It's been an exciting 2 weeks. First of all, for those looking for last week's show, I got to tell you guys, it didn't happen because we had no power for 7 days up in Connecticut. We had a little bit of a tropical storm, kind of knocked out the entire state, sent us to grandma's house for a week. That's why you're getting this episode today on Friday, not last Monday. But beside that, Sue, you know, we got a great little event happening tomorrow. We're doing Tech Coach Live all day on Saturday, August 15th. I'm excited, aren't you?
Oh, I'm so very excited. We're going to start at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, and we have stuff all the way up until about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Oh, my God, absolutely. And not only are we doing 9 o'clock, we are starting off the session with a bang. We are going to learn all about the brand new Google Certified Tech Coach program. So you've heard about this thing. I am such excited about this great program out there.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to learning more about it myself. I've read about it, but I haven't had a chance to delve into it and see what all the requirements and what it takes to get that Tech Coach certification. So I'm excited to learn more myself.
And, you know, then we're going to be breaking down into some important topics, some things that we've actually discussed here on the podcast. 9:30, we've got how do you get hired as a tech coach? I'm looking forward to that because, well, let's just say we're going to be having some big news probably next week or the next week about hiring people for tech coaching roles. Something you know all about, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. We just talked about this on the podcast just a few weeks ago, as some of you are getting ready for a new school year. So we're going to delve a little deeper into it with our panel of presenters, and they're going to talk about their own experiences in their own districts. And of course, Jeff and I will have a little bit to add, hopefully, as we host the sessions.
10 o'clock, we're going to do a nice session on exactly what do tech coaches do. You know, the joke is always, if you have 10 tech coaches, you have 25 job descriptions. We're going to dive into all of that. I'm looking forward to at 10:30, the session is going to be called The Importance of Our First Faculty Meeting and How to Win Over Our Teachers.
Yes, and that's been happening for me this week. I've had some awesome staff meetings this week. One more to go tomorrow before we start classes next week. So, yes, I've definitely been in that situation now.
You know, moving through the day, at 11:30, we've got how to interact with our staff during the first week of school. You know, I got to tell you, some of our staffs might be at home. Some of our staffs might be alone in their classrooms teaching virtually. Some of their staff members are going to be all masked up in the classrooms. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Moving forward, skipping ahead, 1 o'clock, we've got a great session on how do we ease our teachers into that new school year. I know yesterday I was actually working with a teacher virtually on how to get their Google Classroom organized and how to use these tools in a slightly different way. One I'm looking forward to here is the 2 o'clock session about how to work effectively with administrators.
Definitely. Very important stuff. And we just had, again, that topic on Ask the Tech Coach a couple of weeks ago, too. And our guest we had that week had some great insight, and we'll hear more about that on Saturday as our other presenters talk about, again, their experiences.
Now, we're going to wrap up the day at 3 o'clock with facilitating virtual professional learning options. That's how can we as tech coaches create great lessons for our adult learners? Because look, I don't know about you, but after a full day of teaching virtually, the last thing I want to do is sit down and get PD from my tech coach. How do you do this effectively? And then, Sue, I'm so excited because we just got this session added to the board yesterday at 3:30 Eastern. We're going to have a session on Future Ready Tech Coaching with Future Ready Tech Coaches and the Future Ready Tech Coach organization. We've got the great Brianna Hodges coming on and her friend Dana Castine. I am looking forward to wrapping this entire section up. All these times, by the way, are East Coast times. We are starting 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock Eastern. Yes. And the only way that you can check this out is by heading over to YouTube and going to teachercast.net/techcoachlive. I got to tell you, Sue, it is a great time over there. This is going to be our third virtual conference. We had thousands of educators last time checking us out over there. Couple questions. What happens if I can't watch it live? Is it going to be recorded? And the answer is yes. But that doesn't mean that we don't want you to miss it. We have a live event happening. We're going to be doing audience participation. We might even bring some tech coaches up into our panel. And let's just talk a little bit about this before we head off today on our show, because we're going to make this a quick show today, only talking about this great event. This is not Presentationville. This is not PowerPointville. This is every single half an hour. We've got a group of tech coaches coming on to have great conversations. I look at this as the podcast that never ends. But every 30 minutes, we're going to have a brand new group of tech coaches on. Sue and I are going to facilitate all the learning and all the hosting. And we've got some great things happening here. I want to just tell you guys how happy I am and excited I am to have this. Teachercast.net/techcoachlive. Subscribe to the show. Hit that bell button. And Sue, I got to say, thank you so much for a great summer. We're looking forward to it.
Yes, wow.
I am looking forward to Tech Coach Live this weekend.
Oh, me too. It's going to be a great day. And, you know, you out there, you get to see our faces and hear our voice for, 6 hours? You know, ask
7.
the tech coach. Here we are.
Absolutely. It is Tech Coach Live. And we're, look, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us over at Ask the Tech Coach. Find us at askthetechcoach.com. We'll, of course, be using the hashtag Tech Coach Live the entire day. And we would love to have you guys join the TeacherCast Educational Network. We're also going to, so I can't believe I forgot this. We're also going to be launching the brand new Tech Coaches Network website that's going to be coming out there. We got about 70 or 80, I think we're about 80 tech coaches right now in this thing. And we are launching this thing live on air. I can't believe it. I can't wait. And so if you guys are out there looking to join a great PLN, we've got one for you. We're going to check it out. So come on Saturday, August 15th, 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock Eastern time. We got a lot of great sessions. Join Sue and I. Sue, what are you looking forward to as we wrap up today's show?
Oh my goodness, I just can't wait to see the collaboration. I heard from a few of my local folks who were almost ready to join us last Saturday when your power went out, and hopefully those friends will be able to be here and join us again. So I can't wait for the collaboration and camaraderie and just seeing people's faces as we have these panel discussions. It's going to be awesome. The conference is
called Tech Coach Live. We're going to be there from 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock Eastern. My name is Jeff Bradbury, and on behalf of Sue, keep up the great work in your classroom, guys, and we'll see you at the virtual conference on Saturday. Woo!
You've been listening to Ask the Tech Coach, hosted by Jeff Bradbury of the TeacherCast Educational Network. Please reach out to the show with all of your questions on Twitter at AskTheTechCoach or online at www.askthetechcoach.com. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. And please take a moment to write a review in the App Store.